everybody, it's Zach Baxter with the Knights of the Drunk Watch here. Let's do roll call. I'm Zach.
I'm Kate.
I'm Crystal.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Audie.
And it's Halloween night. Happy Halloween, everybody. We just finished watching episode 9 of American Horror Story titled Drink the Kool-Aid. So Andrew, let's do our ritual.
Mm-hmm. We are the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And now our talk begins. All right, Kate, give us the nuggets.
All right, so we can start with the Kool-Aid drinking. So
my God.
We got a super horrific recap of all the people who've gotten murdered in cults.
Of all the cult suicides.
That was a hell of a way to... I mean, like, he's been starting episodes with a punch. The shooting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
It's dark.
Very.
Because these are people who really... This is not fiction. It's fact.
But it is American Horror Story. Those were all American Horror Stories.
No, Jonestown wasn't American.
No, Jonestown was Americans who moved to Guyana, but it was still Americans.
Yeah. They were all...
They were all... I mean, I'm sure they brought in some locals every now and then, but it was mostly Americans.
Mm-hmm. So Kai used that story time with his...
Literal story time.
Yeah, it was a slumber party. We all got overwhelmed. There were a lot of
slumber party with the Abercrombie and Fitch retirees. Tell you
what, like 25.
There are a lot of asses everywhere.
A lot of long johns. All matching white long johns.
Long johns.
Very thin veiled ass.
Oh, it was so nice. Very nice.
Okay, continue.
It gave me asthma. So he asked them if they would all. Anywho, so long story short, let me get to good nuggets. So he brought everybody. He brought everybody in. Put a pitcher. He put a bucket of, not a bucket. It was a pot.
He brought a pot on a tray with some little Dixie cups and said, "Hey, look what I have."
But that wasn't during the slumber party. Just to be clear.
That was way later when he took the women.
No, but this is what I'm talking about. It's like he talked about all of this. I'm gonna jump around a little bit, but he talked about all that, and then it wasn't way later. It was still at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, about 3 minutes in.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. Because then we switched to Ivy and Allie fighting, and then the boys picked them up to do the Kool-Aid party.
Right.
That was the progression of the episode.
Yes. Okay.
And so he was like, "Hey, ladies," he set them all down on the couch, gave them all their cups, and he was like, "But it's not just you, everybody gets a cup." And then you get a cup. I guess my question is, do you think anyone knew?
No.
Okay.
Like, the whole point was to root out the people who...
It was a power play.
Because in the slumber party, he said, "Would you cut off your balls for me? Would you die for me? Would you?" And they were all like, "Yeah." That was the moment for them to all prove that they would do what he
asked. Yeah.
I think it was just a good example of how ridiculously, like, into the cult these guys are. Is because he was like, "All right, we're going to all do this. We're going to die. We're going to move on to our next forms, and it'll make my Senate run stronger." And then at the end of it, he was like, "No, of course we're not going to die. I'm running for the Senate. Dead people can't vote. What do you..." So, like,
except for in Chicago.
And so he made that joke, So even he was like, "This is what we're doing," but obviously it's not true.
Also, I think it's also showing us that he's, again, making everything up as he goes along. There is no plan. So I think that's really good for the defense of Allie. There isn't a end to the plan, so she can really divert the plan any way she wants.
Well, I think there is an end plan, and I think his plan is to, like, gain as much power as...
become president.
Yeah, I think, honestly, that's the ultimate plan, is he's going to become president and make the country into his dictatorship. But what Kai is smart about is controlling people. He's not smart about how he does it or how original he is or any of that. So he uses what he sees around him, but he's very good at that. So I do think that all of this is some kind of plot. I think that these guys are all fodder. I think that he's using them to make the women go crazy. Otherwise, why wouldn't he be playing up to the women, or why wouldn't he be killing them? I think this is all about the women.
And also people that he can, like, persuade easily. Like, I don't think a lot of these guys have a lot else going on right now.
They don't have a lot going on.
They don't look very smart.
No.
Well, they've got a lot going on.
Oh, Lord. Drink, Andrew, drink.
Wrong kind of going on.
Okay,
Drink.
anyway, so I just want to shit on Winter for a little bit.
Go ahead.
She did, like, a whole...
Worst babysitter ever!
She she was like, but let me kidnap your son and go to the basement. And not
Why did
run
she
away
bring
at
him
all.
back in the first place?
Well, no, but no, Kai was with her.
Yeah.
That's the problem. She didn't
Right.
She was ready to run, and then they were going to run, and then Winter's already picked him up, and she wasn't alone. So that means that Kai said, "Let's go pick him up."
But see,
Winter's throwing everybody under the damn bus.
No,
faster than they
I
can
don't
roll.
think Winter is. I don't think Winter is strong enough to.
Do anything?
Kate, you just have to ask, Kate. Because she at the beginning of the episode, she's like, "Fuck my brother. I thought he was on my side."
Yeah.
Da 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 da. He killed my brother. I saw him kill da da da. She was like hating on Kai, and then in the middle of the episode, she's doing his bidding again.
So
So
she's the
she-
wild
Well, I
card.
think
Nobody
she-
knows
but-
what
but-
side she's
but
on.
I think she's in the same position that Allie is like purposely putting herself in. It's like you don't want to tell Kai to go fuck off. So as long as Kai has control, like if Kai shows up and says, "We're gonna go pick up Oz," because you have permission to do it, you're not gonna say no.
Right, but
I'm
I feel
packing."
like,
I disagree. I think that Winter is somehow like super duper weak in that like
Yeah, I
she
agree
just
with
takes
that.
on like
She can't help herself.
We're running away, let's do this. Oh no, I'm back with Kai, let's be Kai's.
Well, I mean,
She's
I
fighting.
would agree
So
that
there's
she's
no,
weak,
like-
but I don't think she's like with Kai. I think she's ducking for cover.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's even that. I think she will just sway to whoever is leading her.
Whoever's more in power, but that makes her
Or
useful to
closest
Allie.
yeah, basically whoever's
Yeah.
closest
Yeah.
proximity
But
is.
that's good for Allie
Yeah.
at the moment right now.
So you
in the
think Allie would
position
try to
she's in.
seduce
I think
Winter?
She just wants to stay
Not
the
like
road.
pork her,
And if
but
Kai
like
has got control of the situation,
We say that on
he's the
horror
safe
terms?
road.
Yeah, we said worse.
I don't think she's smart enough to go for the safest road. I don't think she's smart enough to scheme and be like, if I do this, I'll be safe.
Yeah.
She just does, Kai told me to do this, I'm going to do it.
Do it.
she's
Or-
a follower.
Yeah, she's like a straight follower.
Well, they're all followers.
Allie isn't anymore.
Well, but
I
no,
don't think
Allie,
she would do
no,
that.
I'm not talking about Allie. She's not a real cult member. They were all followers. I
Yeah.
think Winter is kind of like, it. You know, if they could have taken off at that moment, she would be gone. But
Yeah.
the guys showed up. They took control of the situation. So the only thing for her to do is like just to tote the party line again.
I think she ratted them out. I think Winter ratted
think
out.
she said they're running?
Yeah, I think they're planning on doing.
I
they're
think
gonna
Kai
do
would have
something.
seen that coming a mile away anyway.
I don't think she did because she was on that.
She
couch
threw
with
Beverly
them.
under the fucking bus real
Yeah,
quick.
But, that's what she was put on the
but-
spot about Beverly.
Yeah.
She was on the couch with the rest of them when they drank the Kool-Aid.
I think she has no filter and no self-motivation. She's
Bam.
just-
I agree.
Someone asks her a question, she answers it.
Like-
Yes.
Someone
I
says,
think
"Do
we-
this thing," yeah.
She's
I think
gonna
we've
do it.
shat enough on
Be a
her.
dead
Like she's
Winter
not
and
even
I
that
don't care
important.
about
Well,
her.
and I think she's next to die next
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
for sure.
So Allie and Ivy, this switch that they've done.
That was
I want to talk
awesome.
about the next two things a little quick because I think we're
It was
most
so
interested in
good.
the last nugget. So Allie and Ivy, they've done this switch where Allie is now in control. We had at the beginning of the episode
Smoky
Ivy
eye.
on her knees,
Yeah.
begging for forgiveness,
Yeah.
like
Weeping.
weeping.
Uh,
And
in
we
her
have-
lap.
Yeah, we have this whole like switch of strength.
dynamics.
It's amazing. Good. I like the writing.
Yeah,
I
did
liked
too.
what we
It was
did
I
very
think we
there.
like it. I don't think there's much to say.
Well, I mean, we
Well,
like
it
it
was
because
good, yeah.
the writing has been so threadbare on the ground for the last few
Yeah,
seasons.
it really has. And they've given us characters like Allie, who, like Andrew said, were really fucking annoying in episode 1,
Yeah.
but then really paid off now at the end, where she
Right,
grew
well,
several pairs.
Winter's still equally annoying.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna take. I think Winter, like I said, is next
Yeah.
in line.
Let's see it be gory.
And then
And then
yeah.
she killed Ivy. So
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Thank God.
So good.
I'm gonna drink
So
for happiness.
Shakespearean.
telling Ivy she was killing her.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
I
Ivy
was
was just like, you're
slugging her
never
out
gonna
of
It
the
was
line.
very Titus Andronicus.
So
right there.
good,
It
just
was-
so dramatic and just
I
perfect.
really expected her to be in the Man Witch, like you said.
Yeah.
I was like,
But
she
the
put that
thing
bitch in
was
the Man
that
Witch.
She
Man
couldn't
Witch bitch.
have. She couldn't have killed Kai right there by poisoning him because she still didn't know where her son was.
That's
true.
true.
Well, I think she
But
probably.
then we also have our next point, and this is a good segue. Our next point is Oz and Kai, and this whole also switch.
Okay,
of-
can we just MVP Oz? this episode.
Yeah,
Like, he was
Oz
just
his
the
Google
best.
skills.
He's like,
Oz was like,
this is not
"That's
correct.
bullshit."
Wait, but
This
stop.
is not correct. And
But in this previous scene, he was like, "Yes, Daddy, you're my daddy."
right, he
So
he
fucking
mind-fucked
quickly,
him.
yeah.
But
So
that
quickly.
doesn't mean that he's not still gonna be Oz. But here's what's interesting about this is so we've made all of this fun about, like, you know, millennials and the new generation, and they don't know anything that's going on, and you know, they don't pay attention or they believe everything.
We can look shit up.
But here he is. He's a smart kid that knows, you know, to at least look up facts and be like, no, you're wrong, and here's what's
Well,
true.
but see, Oz is the next generation. He's not
That's
a
true.
millennial.
That's true.
Yeah, he's
All those boys that are following,
They're
those are the
millennials.
millennials.
That's true.
Yeah, but I think they're a different subset of millennials.
It's just an interesting
stupid
because
kind?
yeah.
this
Yeah.
whole season has been a comment on America and American society, obviously, like so heavy-handed.
present
I
American
feel like I'm
society.
being beaten in the face with it, and I thought that was like a fun little thing they threw in there for the youngest generation.
It's good. I mean, okay, Kate.
And then the last thing is, what is Allie's plan?
Survive.
Yeah.
Survive.
Trying to get her son and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Well, I think she has to go a step further
But
now.
she, like,
Does
I
she
think
have to
that
take over
it's-
the cult?
I think she's gonna take
So
over the
if you
cult.
didn't
Yeah.
hear, Marcia said that, you know, she's gonna take over. She's just trying to get her son out, but she's now like
She's
that would
business.
be one thing, but she's embedded herself.
Yeah.
She's created this history of you are the father, this is the Messiah baby, and now we are a family and leading this cult together.
Well, I mean, that's just to get him, like, to not suspect her of
I don't
anything.
think that's true. I think that speech that she made to Ivy about revenge and about what she filled her hole with, I think that counts for Kai as well. I think she wants revenge on Kai because he was also heavily involved in driving her bonkers. So I think that she is
that
literally
also-
using her
What's not
son.
true?
Well, that's not true.
I don't think she's just trying to like escape with her son,
yeah,
or
that's
she's
the point
trying
I'm
to,
making, is that-
or that she's just trying to make sure her son survives all this. I think she's using her son as a way to take over the cult. I think
Yeah.
she's gotten that cold.
But then the next question is, does she want the cult or does she just want
She wants to
Kai
destroy
not
Kai,
have-
but
Have it.
yeah, I think she wants to destroy Kai the best way she knows how. I mean, she could have him arrested, whatever, but
Yeah.
instead she takes away everything that he's built.
Well, she's doing what Beverly tried to do,
Yes.
failed at.
I think
miserably.
Beverly's gonna help her. I think
think
Beverly
so?
is in exactly the position to
No.
help her.
No,
I
I think
think-
Beverly's broken.
I think,
No.
yeah, Beverly's lost it. She was
No.
the first one to be like, oh my god, I will drink.
Drink.
Shot.
Yeah.
I will
Bet
bet a
shot?
shot. I will
Shot
bet a
bet.
shot
Hey.
that Beverly's gonna help Allie.
I will take that bet.
Then
'Cause
You gonna
I think
counter that
yeah,
bet? You
I
gonna-
don't think so.
Oh,
Shaking.
Shaking.
It's
shit's
real.
happening.
It's real. But okay, so my question is, so she's now the mother of the cult. She's the cult mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does she do
She's his
now?
queen.
Like, what is she? Did she try to dismember it at the bottom, or from the? I mean,
maybe she leads them all to their death.
Yeah, that's possible.
Maybe she makes them drink the Kool-Aid.
does she get elected as senator?
Mm.
I don't know. Like, that's
I
my
honestly can't
question.
predict.
Is
So-
At this point, I can't.
What is? She,
either.
oh, come fucking on, man!
25 days of
Okay,
Christmas.
stop. So it's not. I think that she will either. I mean, she's either going to take it over to dismantle it, or she's going to take it over because she becomes
the leader?
the leader and also kind of intoxicated by the power and realizes that she can
Well,
do this
what
now.
better person for Kai, who is who he is, to lose to than an ex-snowflake lesbian feminist?
Yeah.
Who has been to the depths and back?
Right. Like that's
Like,
his
she's
perfect
gone and
antithesis.
come back already.
Yes, exactly.
She's his perfect nemesis.
And she is probably medicated now.
Yeah, and she played him like a fiddle with all that stuff.
And I'm so
Like,
surprised he just like
She knew
he just-
exactly what to say, how to
he just
manipulate him.
like ate it up,
perfect.
literally. Just, yeah, I
He really
mean,
did.
he was just like, I'm on board. This is it. We're yeah.
babies had babies.
So congratulations to Ryan Murphy for successfully putting together 9.
Don't
clean-
fuck it up in the last two,
Right.
son.
Got two, bud.
But
Two.
Francis Conroy's coming back, so I have
So that's
my
good.
hopes.
But it can also be all about mother's love, though, which is kind of it's kind of I see that glimmer of a mother's love in there.
it's
somewhere.
not
Every
mother, though.
season was about a
mother's
mother's
love.
love.
Yeah, I guess in a way it
Because
could be.
Ryan Murphy has mommy issues.
Wow.
Oh.
hey-oh.
All right,
Think
so
Think about that, internet.
Oh, God.
It works for Murder House, and it works for Rona.
it works
Yeah.
for
It
Coven.
definitely works for Coven. And they were like her
Asylum.
children in Freak Show.
Hotel.
Wasn't that all about Kathy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonker?
Well, and her being a
Asylum.
mother, the
Yeah, I didn't watch the
Countess.
last 2 episodes.
and
Asylum.
Countess
Okay.
was a mother, so.
Yep. Okay, we're out of time.
So thanks so much for the Horror Returns for letting us be on your podcast, guys. We're so sad that our weeks are coming up to the end. We have 2 more episodes of American Horror Story. We're so glad to have you. We're so glad to be here. Go check them out at the podcast at podbean.com/The Horror Returns. They review horror movies and the horror genre all together. Or check us out on YouTube at Zach Baxter or Facebook at Zach Baxter. And Andrew?
We are the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And now our talk is ended. We'll see you on Sunday, friends. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. Let the Christmas carols begin.
Go Astros!
No!